Ahsoka has been through a lot as a Padawan. She was in the middle of a big scandal that shook her entire faith in the Jedi, causing her to leave. She had since seen evidence that the Jedi and the Republic they look after are flawed. This news was even further cemented after her talk with Kenobi when he all but confirmed that Sidious was pulling the strings in the war thanks to information given to him by Dooku, who was also killed by her master and closest friend, Anakin Skywalker. She now faced a tough decision. Maul had proposed that she join him in his fight to right the wrong in the galaxy. What's going on, Rebels? Rebel Leader back here with another video. Today's video we will explore what possibility could have happened if Ahsoka went through with her decision to join Maul. If you like this video, please, all I ask is that you give it a like and share it with someone else. Let's grow this wonderful community, and now let's get back into it. Ahsoka knew the flaws that the Jedi had within the Council. She knew that the Jedi were also blind to the fact that the dark side was clouding their judgment. Maul was also correct when he said that every choice she had made had led her to this moment. She also had her doubts, like Maul, that the Jedi could defeat Sidious. If Maul was right about it being too late, the Republic had begun to crumble, and the Jedi not being able to fight Sidious, then this was the lesser of two evils. It was also her best option to help the galaxy, and she knew it as well. Ahsoka carefully weighed her options and thought about the outcomes. She ultimately decided that the best course of action was indeed to join Maul on his crusade to stop Sidious. Ahsoka did want to know one thing about why Maul wanted Anakin on Mandalore and what role he played in everything. Ahsoka couldn't believe what she had heard Maul say about Anakin being groomed to be the prized pupil and right hand to Sidious. Still, she couldn't deny the fact that she had seen him change recently. Her suspicion of this change was all the more cemented when she found out that he killed Dooku. She did know Anakin and believed that he was still in there and that he could be saved. Her decision to join Maul was made so that she could save the galaxy, help Anakin, and keep tabs on Maul. Their goals for the moment were aligned, but she knew that you couldn't trust Maul, and that he would betray her once he got the chance. With the decision made, the two of them left Mandalore and the war that was drawing to a close. Now it was about biding their time and waiting for the most opportune moment to strike. This was something that they both agreed on, but they couldn't afford to make a mistake when it came to stopping Sidious. Maul's plan was simple. He knew about Malachor and the Sith holocron that rests there in the temple. He also knew from being a student to Sidious that he was after that holocron. That's where they needed to go to train, wait, and enact their plan. Maul knew as well that Palpatine wouldn't go on the retrieval errand himself unless the threat was big enough. With Ahsoka now by his side, Maul hoped that this would be enough to bring Sidious to Malachor to ensure that the holocron gets to his possession. Only time would tell, and time was something that Maul knew how to use very well. Time flew by quickly as they prepared to meet Sidious and Vader. It didn't take long for Sidious and Vader to show up for the holocron. To Maul's jubilation, Sidious did show up as well to ensure that the holocron did get secured. Ahsoka knew this was the moment and time where she could try and get through to Anakin. She also had to decide what to do with Maul at the end of this. Maul has helped her to prepare for this point in time where she could and would do all that she can to save the galaxy. Palpatine's ship touched down just outside the temple. The plan was for the two of them to take on Vader together and then move on to Palpatine. They both knew that if they were to get separated, then the battle could go very badly for them. Luckily for them, Sidious sent Vader ahead to distract Maul and Ahsoka. They took this opportunity and used it to their advantage. Maul and Ahsoka proved to be a good match and slightly more than Vader could handle. Vader quickly realized this and knew that he had to separate them for his best chance of survival, since one of them knew of his fighting style and the other knew the powers of the dark side. Vader did manage to get the two of them separated. He got it worked out to where he was fighting Ahsoka, the very person that knows how he fights because of all the missions they went on together. After being separated and watching for a moment, Maul knew that Ahsoka could handle her own. After all, he did help train her and get her ready for the past year while they waited for Sidious and Vader to show up. This gave Maul the opportunity to move forward and confront Sidious and exact his revenge. Back with Ahsoka, she seemed to be gaining ground in her fight with Vader. Her real intention was not to kill him, but to probe and still see if Anakin was in there somewhere. Throughout the battle, Ahsoka kept making references to the past missions and time they spent together. After some time, Ahsoka was able to get through to Anakin at her plea of love and care for him. With Anakin now back and fully realizing what happened and who he was fighting, he broke down and swore to make it up to her. Ahsoka let Anakin know that there was nothing more that she wanted than to have him back in her life. With this part of her plan now resolved, she had to find Maul and help him with Sidious. The two of them set out to find Maul and help where they could in the fight with Sidious. They found Maul fighting Sidious atop the temple where the holocron was. Ahsoka could tell that Maul did not have the upper hand and that he was fading fast. She urged Anakin in the fight to help Maul to get rid of Sidious for good. Anakin agreed to join in on the fight against someone who has caused him so much pain and suffering. The two of them quickly joined Maul to give him a reprieve. Together, the three of them proved to be an equal match, if not just a little stronger than Sidious. The battle went on for a long time, and Ahsoka had never seen such ferocity like she saw come from Sidious. What she didn't understand was that this was the last opportunity for Sidious to achieve his ultimate goal of achieving all knowledge in the galaxy. Unfortunately for Sidious, his pride and greed got in the way of him recognizing that Vader no longer was Vader, but was in fact Anakin once again. This left open an opportunity for Anakin to get out of eyesight and sneak up on Sidious while he focused on Maul and Ahsoka. This would prove to be fatal for him, because Anakin was able to sneak up behind and deal the final blow to Sidious. With what they set out to accomplish now completed, Maul relaxed a little, only to have Ahsoka turn on him. The time came for Ahsoka to make another decision, with Sidious out of the way and the galaxy now safe. She knew that Maul would now want to fill the power vacuum that was now present. However, she couldn't let that happen at all costs. She also knew that she couldn't and didn't want to kill Maul because of the help that he provided her. So her only option was to leave Maul stranded on Malachor. With only 2 ships and only 3 people who know that Maul is on Malachor and the actual location of Malachor, this was the best way to deal with Maul. Anakin and Ahsoka boarded her ship that she took here from Mandalore. They fired upon the ship that Sidious brought, truly leaving Maul stranded as he watched them leave. Ahsoka set out to save Anakin, and joining Maul at the time was the best way to achieve that. Ahsoka was then able to live out the rest of her life with her friend by her side. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then check out this playlist. I hope that you all have a great day, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.